Alright, so what we have to find out over here is the circle passing through the vertices of a triangle that has sides x plus y plus 1 equals 0 and y equal to 0. So first let's find out what the vertices are. So we know that y equals 0 is one of the sides. So x plus y plus 1 equal to 0, if we have to graph that, then when y is 0, x is minus 1, and when x is 0, y is minus 1. So minus 1 comma 0 and 0 comma minus 1 are points on the line. So this is one of the sides and this is one of the sides. So because this and this are sides of the triangle, this has to be a vertex. So minus 1 comma 0 is one of the vertices. And we know the orthocenter is at 1 comma 1. And the orthocenter passes through each of the vertices, because the orthocenter is defined as the point of intersection of the altitudes drawn from the vertices. So basically the orthocenter passes through each of the vertices. So that means it passes through here and it is perpendicular to each of the sides, and since so it's also perpendicular to y equal to 0, so you can draw a perpendicular line like this, and it is perpendicular to the third side. However, if we look at the slope of this line, it is not 90 degrees to this, right? Because this is 2 units and this is 1 unit. So this angle is definitely less than 90. I mean less than 45, and this is 45. So this sum is definitely less than 90. So it's not perpendicular to this line. So it's perpendicular to whatever is the third side of this triangle. So that means we know for sure that the third side is perpendicular to this. The third side meaning the side which is not this and this. So also because the altitudes pass through the vertices, this has to be one of the other vertices. So if we draw the line perpendicular to x plus y plus 1 equals 0, we get this. So because this is a slope minus 45 or minus 1, this has to be a slope plus 1 because it's perpendicular. So that means that it passes through 0, 0. But if we observe, at x equals 1, y is minus 2. So this point is 0 comma minus 2, which means the slope of the line joining 0, 0 and 0 minus 2 would be 2. But the slope of the line joining are minus 2. Now this is 1 comma minus 2. So the slope of this line is 2, minus 2. And also the slope of this line is 1 over 2, which is half. So that means this line is perpendicular to this line, which means that this is an altitude of this line. I mean, which basically means that this is the third vertex, because the altitudes pass through the vertices and they're perpendicular to one of the sides. So that means 0, 0, 1, minus 2 and minus 1, 0 are points that have to pass through the circle. So therefore the options that are given are so these are the options that are given for the equation of the circle, and we know that the circle passes through 0, 0, minus 1, 0 and 1, minus 2, which means the correct circle must satisfy these 3 points. So immediately we can remove this option because 0, 0 doesn't satisfy it. It satisfies the other 3. Minus 1, 0 must also satisfy it. So if we plug in minus 1, 0, this will be 1, 0, 3, 0, which is not 0. So this is also not what we want. Now if you look at these both, if you put y as 0, then the y terms cancel out. And if you put x as minus 1, then you get 1 and minus 1 over here. So these both satisfy minus 1, 0. They satisfy 0, 0 as well. So the only thing that's left to check is 1, minus 2. So if you put 1, minus 2 over here, we get 1 plus 1 minus 2. It's obviously not 0. So this has to be the correct option now, but let's just check anyway. So if you put 1 minus 2, we get 1 plus 4 plus 1 minus 6, which is 0. So that's the right answer.